This is a piano tutorial on the Christmas song Angels We Have Heard on High, and I'm showing it to you first here as a piano soloist. So you need to play the melody in your right hand. I'll show you the fingering for this. It's in the key of G. So you've got one sharp, F sharp. You've got to watch out for that in your melody. We're going to start on your third finger on B. And just actually putting your third finger there just gets you through the first half of the song. Repeats. And now you're at the chorus. You put your fourth finger on D. Right there, you're going to lift up your wrist and you're going to put your fifth finger on that C note. Then you lift your wrist up again, put your thumb on G, and that whole thing repeats. Fourth finger on D, put your fifth finger on C again, and your thumb on G. So pretty simple with the fingering there. It really doesn't change at all. Now we're going to show you the chords in your left hand, and there aren't too many of them. You start on a G chord, and I'm going to be inverting some of these. You'll notice that. I do that a lot. You're in charge of what inversion you use for the chord when you're playing like this, what order you play those chord notes in. Your lead sheet's never going to tell you what inversion to use. It just says G. It's up to you how you play it. So I'll show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to start on a G chord like this, D, G, and B on the top. And there's a D7 chord there, D, F sharp, and A. To G, another D chord, D, F sharp, and A there, back to G in that same position, and then that whole phrase just repeats itself. And then we're going to go to a G chord on the chorus, and I'm going to move up here to this root position, G, B, D. There's an E7 chord, E, G sharp, B, D. There's an A minor chord, E, A, C. There's D7 again, D, F sharp, A, C. There's another G chord, D, G, B. C chord, root position. D chord, root position, D, F sharp, this is a tricky measure. It's got one chord per beat, and so it's going to be G like that, G, B, D, D with F sharp on the bottom, A, D, back to the G, C, G, C, E like that, and then back to G, and back to that D like that. So it's a little bit complicated, but work on that. Then you do the G chord again, E7, E, G sharp, B, D, A minor, E, A, C, D7, D, F sharp, A, C, and G chord again. Stay on the D there, or add a C note on the top, or a D7. And you got that thing going again. And then G7, or excuse me, D, 7, G. So it's G, D, G, C, G, D, 7, G. And this is what it sounds like when you put it all together. And it's a good idea to practice it hands alone before you try doing that. And this is what it sounds like when you're all through.